Yo,
We finally did it.
we did it. We're here.
It has been a laborious 25 minutes trying to get this back up and running.
I know it was laborious for me. I was just checking my social media. Pretty far
Yeah.
behind.
Well, it was pretty stressful on my end. It was a lot of rebooting and rebooting.
But we're here.
Yes, we are. Thank you. Bring your audio down. Just say some words, Harry.
I'm saying some words. I'm ready to fluff 4 into 12.
Let's do it. All right. So why don't you tell us what we got?
Well, so the last week we wrote like the first I think we got to the first 4 pages of this screenplay,
Right.
and actually we've got a bit more. I would say that if we just kind of filled out each page with enough substance, we'd probably be at about 10 pages or so, 10 minutes into the film.
Sure. So the purpose of this episode is to take the 4 pages that we kind of quick ran through and got from point A to point B as effectively as we could and expand out on those stories to give us a full world that we're dropping people into, that they understand and that plays out and builds the interest and the investment in the characters. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it, and we may even get further down the road depending on how. I don't know. In the past, I've written screenplays and I've made the mistake, I think, of editing as I write instead of just trying to get as much out there on the paper the first, few tries, the first rough draft or so.
Sure. And I mean, I think that's what we did last week. All we're going to do is puff that up because four pages isn't going to get us anywhere. We need a lot more than that out of what it is that we have, because what it is that we've done, we've moved the story along up to the point that in Save the Cat, we would be at page 10 to 12.
Right. The catalyst of the story.
Yes. So we're at the point now where the catalyst is about to be unveiled. And that was where we left off. And then one day Judy received the letter. And that's kind of our tipping point into the next chapter of Save the Cat.
Save the chat.
Shave the chat.
Let's shave that bad boy.
All right. So I'm going to move over to the Celtic screen real quick. Maybe we just read through this thing really fast so that we have an idea of where we're at. So do you want to go ahead and take, what parts do you want to take here?
Are you on the Celtics on the page 1 of the script?
Mm-hmm. And we'll just do a quick read so that we know where we're at. And then we can go back through and start expanding out.
Okay. All right. So are you saying which parts, like as far as narrating and?
Yeah. Who do you want to be?
Okay. I can play the man on the phone and Judy.
Okay. Why don't you be Grace voiceover? I'll do the narrator. So I'll do all the non whatever stuff. You can do Grace voiceover and Grace. I'll be the whatever. I'll be Officer Big Johnson, and I'll be Dickface.
Okay.
And then you can be Grace, who is a lot. And everyone else. Cool. Interior, police car, day. From inside a police car, we see cars pulled off the side of the road. An imposing man is pointing his finger at 2 old-ass ladies.
I can't believe he caught that pass.
I hear you. Incredible. Hang on a second.
You okay?
Shit. Yeah, I got to take care of this.
No worries. See you at home.
All right. I love you. Talk to you later.
Love you too, man.
No, man. What is this man
I love you
shit?
too.
It's not written in the script.
That's okay. I'm not an actor. I love you too.
Lights and sirens are flipped on. A 30-something officer, Big Johnson, pulls in to save the day. Exterior, desert, highway, day. Officer Big Johnson exits the vehicle to a throwdown shouting match between the director and the ladies and the assistant standing nearby. As officer descends on the problem, Grace pushed the director, and the officer interjects himself. Freeze frame on Grace, pissed off face.
Hi, I'm Grace.
Freeze frame on Judy, looking all swag.
That's my best friend, Judy.
Freeze frame on director.
And that's the director.
Freeze frame on officer.
I bet you're wondering how we got here.
Interior, assisted living facility.
It all started about a year ago, back at the assisted living facility we call home.
The hustle and bustle of the assisted living facility is shown in all its glory. Elderly people milling about, playing games, contemplating death.
Back then, my best friend Judy was just some new gal named Judy.
Judy, 76 female, enters facility with a man in his 50s. The man, Dick Face, is her son. Come on, Mom, it's a nice place.
I don't see why I can't just stay at my apartment.
You know why you can't stay, Mom? You keep losing track of things, and I can't spend all my time tending to you.
Since when do you have to tend to me?
I'm not doing this today, Mom. We discussed it, and you agreed. That's why we're here. Now let's get you situated, and you can go back to the club, so I can go back to the club and get my cock shined. Dickface and Judy exit the frame down a hallway as Grace watches on.
It was just so sad seeing her dropped off like that, like so many of us had.
Cut the gentleman playing solitaire.
Leo was dumped here by his twin daughters when their husbands retired and they all moved to Maui.
Cut to woman staring off into space.
Meredith lost her husband to Alzheimer's and had nowhere else to go.
Cut to row of people watching TV.
Bill's son dumped him. Abe's now ex-wife put him here, and Brenda's just always kind of been here.
Cut to Grace.
And then there's me. I lost my husband to alcohol 30 years ago and never remarried. My kids put me here out of kindness, not like some of the others. Now, that doesn't mean I hear from them very often, but I know at the very least that they cared enough to make sure I was tended to.
Interior dining room of facility day. Retirees make their way to the tables. Judy approaches the table with Grace and Dewey. 75 males sit. Judy reluctantly looks up toward the two.
Is anyone sitting here?
Dewey shakes his head.
We saved it just for you. Have a seat. My name's Grace. This is Dewey.
Dewey tips his hat.
Everyone called him Slow Dewey. I never really got why. Seemed fine by me. Dewey had this knack for getting things done faster than you'd ever seen, but somehow never moved much getting there. One time a lady named Gretchen lost her cat on the grounds, and Dewey had that thing corralled up and back before lunch.
Dewey counts his fingers to himself. 4.
I'm sorry?
Grace smiles at Judy, shakily extending her hand.
Nice to meet you. From that first day on, Judy and I were inseparable. We took the same activity classes,
Cut to Grace and Judy making clay pot.
watched the same TV shows.
Cut to Grace and Judy watching QVC together.
We even had a crush on the same stars.
Cut to Grace and Judy looking at pictures of Wilford Brimley in a diabetes ad.
2 peas in a pod. We couldn't have been happier, honestly. And then one day, Judy received the letter.
There you go. So there's a lot to expand on here. The interaction with the cop, at the very least, should probably be 3 pages.
Mm-hmm. I would think so.
It's not going to happen exactly that quick. We're going to want a little bit of something in there, or maybe even expand out the early part with him in the car.
Yeah, his conversation might be a little more we want to, maybe we reveal a bit more about him. So, I mean, we've already revealed that that he loves this man on the phone. So,
Right. Okay.
but maybe we talk about picking up the cleaners or food or taking the dog to the vet or something.
Oh yeah, we could have them have a full minute and a half conversation if we wanted to. Just go back and forth on that a little bit.
Right. Do that.
All right, let's start.
All right.
You're in, right?
Huh?
You're in the file, right? The Celtics.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm in there.
cool.
Can't believe he caught that pass.
And that doesn't have to be the direction it goes. We don't have to do any misdirect at all. We can just have them having a conversation back and forth about stuff.
Mm-hmm. Doctor so-and-so. Maybe he's referring to a doctor, and then the reveal is that it's for a pet.
What now?
Maybe we start off with him saying Doctor so-and-so said blah, 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 suggested we do these tests, got it, and reveal that it's a pet.
Okay. Or maybe we say Dr. So-and-so and tell a story about how Dr. So-and-so got in some form of trouble.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Dr. So-and-so saved the cat on the first page.
Maybe Dr. So-and-so is the cat. And they're telling the story about Dr. So-and-so, who is the family cat.
There you go.
So what are we going to call him? Dr. what? We'll call him Dr. Brumley. Because that way later in the movie we can say something about she can say something about wanting to get back to Dr. Brumley. Or him saying something about needing to get back to Dr. Brumley, and the girls both saying something about, wait, Dr. Brumley? Yeah, like Dr. Wilford Brimley. He's got a big mustache. It's my cat. Oh, we love Wilford Brimley. And that ends up becoming a little spot between the two of them. What was the name of the show that Wilford Brimley was the grandpa in?
What was that?
Let me look it up. All right, you can keep picking out
All right.
the Dr. Brimley stuff. Let me look this up real quick. Alfred Brimley. When you look up Wilford Brimley, it says Wilford Brimley, diabetes.
What's he best known for? The sugar.
The sugar. Okay. Da, da, da. Where's his film? Hey, there we go. Film. Where's television? It was called, I believe, Our House.
Okay.
Yep. I think that might be the one. Maybe not. That might have been the one. Wow. Looks like nobody. Oh, the Waltons. I'm stupid.
The what?
He was in the Waltons
He was?
for one episode. No.
Like what? I don't remember him at all. Did he play Dr. Brimley?
He may have. Maybe not. That would be great if he did. Hang on a second. His name was Horace Brimley. He was on for 10 episodes from 74 to 77. Hang on. Maybe it was a doctor. Wouldn't that be great? Characters. Well, that's cool. Whatever his role was, it was significant enough that it's not listed on the list of main characters.
There you go.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Where are you at? Hopefully, Dr. Brimley. Other characters: Judge Baldwin, Ben Walton, Olivia Hill, Boone Walton. Come on, man. Horace Brimley. Okay, so he's just some dude that hangs around town.
Okay.
Definitely not a doctor. We need to see if he was a doctor in one of his roles. Those are fun stories to tie together. Come on.
Yeah.
Dr. Blair. Yeah, whatever. Dr. Brimley. I guess we won't get to have that cool Easter egg connection this time. Shit. You just want to write something else?
We can continue with this. We don't need to.
Don't have
We
to set
can
it on
maybe
fire.
take a note of that, or throw it in our docs. So when we're going back in and rewriting, we can try to hide those Easter eggs in there.
Well, there is no Easter egg. We couldn't find one.
Okay. We'll just continue with Dr. Bremley being the cat, and
Yep. I did not believe attack primitive death. That sure is going to be bad news. Big gulp sitting in their slurp. All right. I like where you're going. Go ahead. On the phone. Yes.
Maybe
All right.
maybe they play a game where he guesses a few things and they're all wrong. This is a comedy, and we gotta set the tone from jump.
Oh, what's the name of that game where you have to find
Charades.
the one where you have to ask, or you only get to answer yes or no?
Oh yeah, the 20 questions.
Yeah.
Twenty-five, 15, 5. So we'll go back and
Ah. But
you never got to ask any questions. Great.
I'll leave that one with you. I got some of the whimsy out of the way. You can get to the meat.
That's whimsical. I went ahead and like edited anyway right behind you.
I was watching you change all my numbers to words.
Deal. Big Johnson. That's a good deal, Big Officer Big Johnson. We covered a lot of ground on this call.
It's a fun phone call. I mean, that's you wanted to set the tone. We wanted to
Yeah, I like
misdirect slightly in the first minute and a half or so to just these two bullshitting back and forth. Okay. Here.
Yeah, maybe we have some
Um,
radio chatter too going on. So let's see.
um, what is it?
What is it? What? Why? How he could know that?
There we go. No, we can leave it at yarn. Hang on. Radio chatter.
Right.
Well, what is it? What's going on?
I'm trying to say the volume of radio chatter.
Or how about instead of possible disturbance? Yeah, no, because they could have been bickering back and forth for because the cops got to be nearby. How do we justify that? Because the disturbance will have escalated to a point when when he shows up, right?
Right.
But what is that point backwards? Because eventually we're going to have to show all of this, and we want to make sure that timeline matches up.
Oh yeah, yeah. Or maybe we don't even. Maybe we just say possible stalled vehicle, or reports of a stalled vehicle.
Or reports of a stalled vehicle and elderly occupants. Then we'll do. Oh my Lord. Put in the Officer Big Johnson. Hang on a second. It's a stupid name. I just figured I'd finish it off.
Might as well.
Um, yes. There you go. Snatches his radio. Okay. No worries. See you at home. All right. I love you. Talk to you later. Love you too. Whoop whoop.
I get. Whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police.
Whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop whoop. That's the sound of police.
So
All right.
we've already introduced.
So now we have 1, 2.5 pages of talking back and forth between them. Moving to Officer Big Johnson exits his vehicle to a throwdown shouting match between the director and the ladies, with the assistant standing nearby. As Officer descends on the problem, Grace pushed the director and the officer injects himself. We should probably bust in on that real quick and have him trying to defuse the situation through dialogue and action before we get to this big freeze frame where the show happens.
Freeze frame. And I wonder, our opening, it says from inside a police car, we see cars pulled off the side of the road. We probably want to rebuild that later. So maybe we just describe the officer in the car first.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and write what you mean? So are you down here at you're out of the car, right?
I'm at the opening in the car. I'm giving it a different beginning because the beginning had us seeing the people on the side of the road, which I think we were going to just start from inside the car and come to that within a couple minutes.
I see what you're saying. Yep, you're right. All right, give me a second. I'm going to grab some baked Cheetos.
Yeah, all right. There reports of a stalled vehicle. Silver alert.
Oh.
Freeze frame. On a dark desert highway. Police cars pull up behind the cars and Boo Johnson exits. Throw down shouting match.
Dude,
Director.
I don't know if you eat Chips Ahoy cookies, but these things are so delicious.
Chips Ahoy?
Mm-hmm.
I like the soft and chewy ones.
Mm. It's just the classic crunchy guy. So good.
Oh, those I like too, but I have to dip them in milk.
Oh, so good.
But I use mother's milk.
Ew. Is that
Never too
semen?
old for colostrum. Huh?
Is that semen?
No, mother's milk. You know, from a cow.
Oh, all our cows gave semen. They just had one really big udder.
That's the wrong kind of cow. That's not a dairy cow.
Well, I mean, you get a bucket every time. Really thick.
All right, the police car pulls up. Whoop whoop.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
On the dash, we see. Okay. Carmen. I think we take this out for now. We'll save it for in a moment.
All right.
Um, so
All right, I'll let you do that, and I shall be back in 23 seconds.
yep.
You okay? I gotta be hurrying. Okay. Dude, my wife's got COVID.
Say that again.
I said my wife just took a COVID test and she's positive.
Oh,
Yikes.
interesting. So,
Yeah.
like a quick test, I assume.
Yeah, she had Owen go pick one up for her because she hadn't been feeling well and said she's positive.
Wow.
So I'm gonna go get a hotel room for a week.
Maybe too late for you, buddy.
Uh,
It may be too late,
oh, I know. It probably is.
dude. Okay, so now what?
I don't know.
Am I gonna have to take you out of the credits?
You're gonna have to, yeah. I'm
That's a
probably
lot
gonna
of work. If you could live, it'd be a lot easier for the show.
have to give these tickets to Chris for the Colts game.
Who's Chris?
Chris Shaw, he was flying in. He's flying in from Vegas for the weekend. We were gonna go see Colts Seahawks Sunday.
Yeah, if you're gonna be dead, I'll take
I
it.
just don't. I just don't want to. I don't want to. You guys want to go? I don't want to infect them.
I'll go with Chris. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to infect people.
You know, it's funny. At the beginning of us meeting, I don't remember if it was the show or not, but I think before the show started, you actually said something about you were going to a Colts game and you had just gone to a concert, and like, if I'm going to get COVID, it's going to be now. Hey, honey,
Right.
I got COVID. Wow, that's brutal. Well, I guess Ricky
Right.
gets some time off.
Well, she works from home anyway, so
Yeah, that's true. No, wicked. Wicked, wicked, wicked. All right. Well, my wife will have found out by now, too, since she's watching us. So, yeah.
whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police.
She's our viewer. You can see her right there.
She is our viewer.
That's my babies.
Hey.
All
Fluffing in
right.
the 12. How far are we in? Dude, we're
And
about there.
we're what?
I said we doubled the size of our girth here.
Damn near. Damn near. We're through 6. We still have 6 to go. But we have a lot of good material here to work with.
Yeah, we do.
So,
Bet you're wondering how we got here. Why do I want to give him Grace Grace that voice? I think because initially we had Slow Dewey maybe the
yeah,
narrator. But I like this idea better with Grace.
I do too. I think it's going to make it a lot of fun. Uh,
Where are you at in this?
uh, sorry. There we go. Okay, so go to exterior desert hideaway day. Police car pulls up behind the cars. Officer Big Johnson exits vehicle. A to throw. Oh, 2A. There we go. Vehicle 2A throwdown shouting match between the director, the ladies, and the assistant standing nearby. Officer Big Johnson, excuse me, folks, excuse me. Ladies and director coming back, continue to go back and forth. You're not taking us back to that place until we finish our trip. You're going back, and that's final. Officer Johnson steps in the fray. Folks, I need everyone to settle down or you're all under arrest. The director reaches out, grabs Judy's arm. Grace, in turn, shoves the director back. Grace, get your hands off her. Freeze frame on Grace's pissed face. Hi, I'm Grace. And then freeze frame on Judy, looking all swag and spooked as she's being drugged by the wrist. That's my best friend, Judy.
That's my best friend.
Freeze frame on director. Pulling arm of Judy and getting shoved.
That's director Cody.
With hair.
Cody, the director of an assisted living joint.
Awkwardly. But she didn't get shoved. Her Grace. And that's the director. Freeze frame on the officer. Grace voiceover. And that's the officer that took us to a Las Vegas jail. Maybe not Vegas. Maybe we're not there quite yet.
Right.
To
Nevada.
Hold in a cell. There we go. All right. Now we're in the assisted living facility. And I think our first, I mean, hell, that's almost 4 pages right there. That is a nice little chunk ski, which now has us out to 7 pages damn near. So good. All right. It all started about a year ago, back at the assisted living facility we call home. Hustle and bustle of the Butzel.
Hustle and Butzel.
The assisted living facility is shown all its glory. Elderly people knowing about playing games, contemplating death. First, we'll do a to entrance of from outside.
I want that to begin.
Grace voiceover. This is, what's the name of our assisted living facility? Did we ever come up with that?
I don't think we did.
Let's go back to our notes real quick. Let's see. Let's go over to the Google Doc. And Judy now, Judy then, left job, Judy personality, Grace now, Grace then, Grace hobbies, Nellie Bell, Jojo Hansen,
Aneurysm.
Rayla Robinson. What's that?
Patty Packer.
What?
I'm just going back through these notes. Patty Packer, aneurysm.
Yeah. No, we never came up with a name for the facility. I'll be darned. Maybe it was in our very career. Conservative roomie. Yeah, nope. All right. So maybe not assisted living, but senior living facility, we're calling it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's figure out a name.
Mm-hmm.
What are we thinking? This is
Smoky Hills.
Mystic Pines. Yeah, it's something, it's always like something, a descriptive, and then a tree.
Mm-hmm.
What's a cool tree? What's an obscure tree name that we could use for something like this?
I just bought a couple of these little evergreens. They're called phones.
Pardon?
Thuja.
Thuja?
Yeah, Thuja.
Spell that.
Thuja.
Ehuja.
Th. Thuja.
Thuja. Thuja. What's a thuja?
Green giant arborvitae.
Thuja.
Thuja green giant.
A Thuja green giant. Look at that. Oh, they look like the Christmas trees that you would put in a Christmas scenery, like
Yep.
little mini houses. Those are cool. 4 to 5 foot tall. So what do we want to call? I like Thuja, bristling Thuja, senior living facility.
There you go. Little bristling thuja.
This is the bristling. Is that how you spell bristling?
I think so, yeah. Quality.
And Twin Pits, Arkansas. Where are we at?
Yeah, I think Twin Tits, Arkansas. That
Twin Tits? Twin Teats? In Twin Teats, Arkansas. Twin Teats, Kansas. Where is it at? Twin Teats. Twin Teats, Indiana. Muncieburg, Indiana.
there you go. Muncie, Indiana.
Muncieburg.
Muncieburg. Isn't the Stranger Things, isn't that in Muncie? Or is it a different, like, is it a fake town in Indiana?
I think they do a fake town for that one.
Hawkins, Indiana. Okay.
Hawkins area. Yeah, I see. I knew that. I've got a T-shirt that says Hawkins AV Club. This is Bristling Thuja the Bristling Thuja Senior Living Facility in Muncie, Indiana. And it's home to some of the finest people the Midwest has ever produced. Well, and then it'll be mother. What's it? Boy, I cannot type. Uh, okay. Chase the frame down a hallway. Just on. All right, where are you at?
I was looking for a famous person to add to the finest people the Midwest has ever produced.
Well, we can just throw some fake names together if we want to add 3 or 4 there, because we have a lot of people we're introducing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, that's
okay.
right. We don't need to. Yeah, because
Sorry?
she's already introducing these people.
She introduces some people later on. I'm going to get my cock shined out of here.
Yeah, we'll bury that later on down in the script.
Right. Honestly, play food. Back in their day, they were anyway. Back then, my best friend Judy was just some new gal named Judy. Tick face. Come on, Mom. Nice. It's just so sad seeing her dropped off like so many others had. Cut to gentleman sent playing solitaire. Leo was dumped here by his twin daughters when their husbands tired. Moved to Maui. Cut to Grace. Voice there than me. Let's blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we need to take this interaction with Judy, Grace, and Dewey and make that our next 3 to 5 pages.
On what's going on with Judy.
Yeah, so we have to play up the Grace and Judy doing a lot of the same stuff, and we need to play up that first interaction where they're sitting there at the table, and why that's significant, because we already decided that Judy has kind of a spinster grace to her somewhat. Mm-hmm. Even though maybe that spinster grace is kind of a foregone thing. Maybe she's just gotten older and slipped, and you can tell it's still there in how she walks and how she conducts herself and but maybe she's just kind of old and scared. Maybe she's just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So do we want to show or expand out any of the montage of the people? Like, so Leo was a process engineer at some big pharmaceutical company. Okay. That was involved in curing
Amnesia.
What? Was involved in a number of around the globe. He was also dumped here at the big fart by his twin daughters when their husbands retired and they all moved to Maui.
Yeah, we need to break that up. We can't have like 10 all those lines of dialogue.
What's that?
Maybe we break it up a little bit in here, but I can do that once we get
That's fine.
The gist. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want, by break it up, you mean have something happen in between those?
Yeah. Either another. Yeah, something happened in between it.
Okay. Well, go ahead. You can go. Maybe we just cut to a scene of her getting. Maybe that's the tie-in. We get to cut to the scene of everybody kind of similarly getting dropped off. Ooh, maybe that's what we do. Maybe we show show them all being left just outside of the front door, or like just inside of the door. You know what I'm saying? We want all of them to be received pretty much the same way, so we have that to allude to when Judy is there.
Right. What do we name this thing? Thuja?
Yeah. Yeah, the
Bristling Thuja.
bristling thuja. Um, break that guy up too. For Meredith. Mm-mm. Meredith. Never made it space. Uh, uh,
This builds character. It's character building.
yeah.
She had a small stork. That old Meredith had a small stork that delivered a baby.
Who had a small stork?
It was a typo. Grace was talking about Meredith had a small stork.
All right. So we can break up. And after she sold it all out, retired. Taken by her hand by director. So do we want to do? Okay, hang on a minute. We want to do a flashback to the entry of the bristling thuja for each one of these people, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we want one for. Uh, Whoops. That's the wrong part. You've already got that shit. Where's the undo? There we go. Because we want to keep this same. We don't want it to flip around, right? We've got this flashback to interior lobby bristling through today.
Right, I should probably fix that flashback to each one interior lobby
Yes.
as she introduces everybody.
Yes. And then back to the facility during the day. So this one needs to be like this. Take about hand director dick face. Okay. The real people watching television. Action. Fucker. I didn't say that. Action. Okay. Oh. No, maybe not even that. Let's see. Voiceover. Ill trained at NASA and was sent here by his lawyer. Man, did you hear that? Glad nobody watches this. I just farted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a big ripper.
Big ripper.
Whoops. Action. Cut to. Cut to Grace. And then there's me. Lost my husband here. So much as I. Oh, I see what you're doing. Hang on. Pulls a butterscotch candy from her pocket. I love that, dude. Good touch. Great touch. Diaries make the way to the table. Should you approach the table? Blah, blah, blah. Dewey. All right. So sitting here. His is Dewey. Okay. So let's say, have a seat. Oh, you've got it. Never mind. Go ahead.
But I'm just kind of describing some of these people.
Okay. Where are you at?
I'm on page 7 at the top, lobby bristling through So I'm typing like, because it was just straight there, Grace doing a voiceover about a guy. So I'm putting the action in of the guy.
I got you. Well, then I'm going to focus on that for a moment. Let's see. Passes the duchy on the left-hand side.
On the left-hand side. Maybe we don't have to keep doing flashbacks if we already know we're back when she's going through these people.
I mean, it's only 2 words. It doesn't make much of a difference.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It tells us what we're doing because we are going to be moving back and forth.
Okay.
My wife hates it when I eat loud, so since she's watching. That's just for you, babe. Maybe say a spry 65-year-old, because that's the earliest you could possibly get in.
Oh, so she's ready.
The day she turned 65, she was right there.
What's that? Control G.
And there's me. Old Eeyore. Oh, no. He sits at a table taking up doing old shit. It made the most sense for me then. Pulls butterscotch candy from her pocket. We need to break up the Grace voiceover on Slow Dewey.
So do it. It's a hat. My lady. My ladies.
So everyone called him Slow Dube, and I never really got why. It seemed fine by me. We need to show an action of him doing stuff or getting things done. What would be a good example of him getting some handyman work done?
Like a
Dewey is shown a set of blueprints by the director. Director comes back that afternoon and the barn's built.
right. Yeah,
That
like a
type
little
of thing.
storage shed.
Yeah, a little storage shed, totally built. He's putting the last coat of paint on the front. And maybe we show him like looking at it and kind of nodding in acceptance, okay, and walking off super slow. And then the director coming back that afternoon to check on him, and it's done. So. A Thuja green giant. What?
Oh,
Was that a cartoonish fart?
I like it.
Good.
It adds the production value. It kicks it up a notch.
Here's some of the production for the. Everyone stop shouting.
Rimmer.
Can you hear that?
Nope.
That's so weird. Wonder why you can hear the farts but not that.
Rimmer.
Nothing.
Vicious Rimmer.
Well, you'd be hearing somebody say Rimmer and Vicious Rimmer if you could.
Oh, I think I did hear that once before.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's the good stuff. Director Dick faces pants and he walks away.
Sure how to convey that. I guess
Dewey slowly screening.
Okay, yeah, exterior something. Yeah, a different different scene heading maybe.
Yeah. So maybe exterior of facility. You,
Maybe even dusk
there you go.
today.
Nice touch.
Uh,
Nice touch.
to do.
There you go.
What's a courtyard maybe?
There you go. Well, hang on. We want that one to be here in a minute. We want to show the everybody walking around calling out for the cat. Shamble. I said shamble. Shamble. Dozens of seniors shamble about, yelling out, Weskers! Weskers! Come here, Weskers!
Was that the ghetto bird?
Huh?
Oh, it sounded like there was a helicopter right above me.
Oh. A
The
ghetto bird? Yeah, Weskers. Weskers! Parallel park it.
What?
Parallel park it.
Parallel park what?
Huh?
Parallel park what?
Just parallel park it. That's for my wife.
Oh, okay.
Grace voice over.
But we need her talking here, right?
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Where did I lose?
Oh,
Where did I have? There's
dialogue.
Gretchen's or Grace's dialogue. I just wanted to get rid of this and have her voice in this as this was happening.
Yeah, so you want it to go like right here. Right?
Yep.
And then here, it'll be back in the dining room facility. There you go. 4. Sorry? How about has she introduced herself yet as Grace? Oh yeah, she did. My name's Grace. His is Dewey. That first day on Judy and I were inseparable. So nice to meet you. Okay, where are you at?
I'm in the same from this day on where we were inseparable.
Okay. Well, then let's get all of that. Gosh, once we get all this cleaned up and show the two of them going through their little time together, we're at 12 pages.
Wilfred Wimley. You won't get any older. You won't ever die.
That was some Cocoon right there.
Was Cocoon. Was that? Did Ron Howard direct that? Opie.
Yeah, I
Like
believe
his
so.
first big hurrah, I think.
I believe so.
You want to call it 12?
What does that mean?
You wanna call it-
We have to finish this part. Do you have somewhere to be?
No, huh? No, I just saw you were yawning. I wasn't sure if you were.
No. I want to finish this last. I want to extend out this last part. Once we extend out this last part, we've literally finished every single thing that we said we were going to do tonight. So
There you go.
I'd love to get to that point. Everything else looks pretty good. Again, like you've mentioned, of course, we're going to come back through and tighten it up eventually down the road. But this officially puts these 12 pages to bed for the foreseeable future. So we can move on with the rest of the story. I love it. I think it's great. That's why I would really love to finish it up strong and not like tail off. Throw some more of those good descriptors in here so that we're keeping the same energy throughout. That first day, Judy and I were inseparable. We took the same activity classes. Probably want to get rid of one of those. So this would be.
I love them making play pot together.
Oh yeah, like Ghost.
Right.
That's just stealing from you. I think you'd mentioned that before, actually.
Yeah, and it's probably. I mean, I think it's probably been parodied before too. So
I'm sure.
Getting.
It's still cute. It's an I, first of all. Listen, isn't that right?
Do what?
We'll just say prompting. I can't spell.
Where? Oh, okay. Prompting.
So this would be scene heading. Uh, Mining. You want their hands covered in pottery clay after they watch the same shows?
Well, not after. So I guess
So where do we
you
want to
can't
put?
end. I guess you can't end dialogue or like a scene unless I don't know. I guess maybe
What do you,
maybe the dialogue needs to go in this area.
like maybe it goes below interior common area facility.
Right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Here I am editing. I should just let us throw that in there.
And
Go
then
back.
the causing the pot to become misshapen in clay and clay to begin to sling around. And then do you want to go to the what were you saying about clay on their hands or whatever? Okay. Same shows, because on the same stars. And then one day Judy received the letter. I don't know, man. Is that it?
Letter. Is that our catalyst or is that our set? What is our
That's our catalyst for sure.
mm-hmm.
That is our catalyst for sure. Yeah.
Yep. And then we'll probably stop with the voiceovers for a while and do that like
We'll still have some voiceovers because we'll need to narrate how things are going, but we want the dialogue to start taking over at this point, I think. This is where the true story begins. All right. So does that mean that we're finished for the evening?
I think so. I mean, I'm happy with this.
Okay.
I'm real happy.
Do we need to try to change the title that we're fluffing from 4 to 10 instead of 12?
Yeah. From Florida, 10.
4 to 10. I like it. Well, shoot, man. I mean, wow. That's the first 10 minutes of our movie.
Right. It's really taking shape.
How do you feel about it?
I like it a lot. I don't know.
Dude.
How do you feel? Yeah.
Good. I think it's going to be a really cute story once we get it moving. I'm glad that we've gotten this far. This is, I think the system that we're setting up for this is going to work real well throughout the rest of the phases of the project.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. If we cover 10 pages every couple of weeks, we ought to be moving along.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I think that we just continue breaking it out this one because after this next group of 2 writing sessions dedicated toward this, we should be at the end of Act 1, I would think.
Yeah.
About 25 pages or so, right? Let's go back over to the Google Doc. It is, yeah, Act 2 starts at page 25. So the next 15 or so pages, 12 to 15 pages, are all going to be that. Yeah. Cool. I think we're there, man.
I dig it quite a bit.
Good. Next week, are we going to do Voodoo?
You know, we probably should start figuring out what we want to do. Yeah, what we want to write.
Okay. So let's do that. Next episode, we'll do the Voodoo Rite, and then the week after that, we'll move back into this and start doing the catalyst and debate portions of Save the Cat.
All right.
Like it?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Anything you want to say before we close out?
It's been a hell of a show. Covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, we have. I think we're in a good place. All right.
Oh, and we're doing the Lord's work.
Doing the Lord's work. All right. Parallel park it.